In this video, I'm gonna share with you my cheat code to getting lean. And it's not about tracking calories, it's not about what exercise split you do. And most people that are gonna hear it aren't even gonna like this because it's something that is more potent than all those things put together. It affects you more psychologically. And for this one, why I find it the most effective is because it basically gets rid of every distraction apart from the goal that I'm doing. And it's to be basically a complete loser and to be a hermit. And I actually don't consider them equal things, being a hermit and being a loser. But what I have done is effectively close myself off from a lot of people. And what that does is it limits all the distractions and all the events and things that distract me from my goal of actually getting lean, from staying in those caloric deficits, from missing workouts, from doing these things. By being a hermit, I have effectively cut all that out. I'm a pretty social guy. I socialize a lot at work. I work with patients and I work with doctors and nurses and everything like that. And so I'm kind of talking all the time. But on my time alone, I have basically cut out everything. I haven't really hung out with friends apart from going to the gym with one 2 or 3 days a week, which is awesome. If you can get a training partner, I highly recommend. But this cutting out of all social distraction has been the most effective tool in my fat loss journey. And if you're trying to get lean, this is something that you're just gonna have to start working on. Because instead of having to say no to different occasions and events all the time, every weekend, I just don't even tell people what I'm doing. I don't ask people what they're doing. And this sounds bad. This sounds like I'm not a social person or whatever, but I just do it out of the fear that I'm gonna get asked to do something. And not that I am not okay with saying no to people when they ask me to do something. I'm totally fine with my boundaries and I'm clear with my boundaries. But if you're new to this, it's not that as easy as it sounds. Because, a lot of us, if we're trying to be social, we're trying to be people that other people like, then we realize that, you want to say yes to things. You want to spend time with people. You want to relate more to other people. And I have basically just thrown all that out the window. Now, I got sick this year that has kind of prevented me from wanting to go out, and because it built my anxiety so high, I have legit stayed at home most of the time. Even after work, I'll just come home and I'll sit on the couch and I'll just read, or I'll write, or I'll just do whatever I feel like doing in the comfort of my own home. And becoming comfortable in my own skin, in my own self, being by myself alone, has been extremely powerful in helping me lock into the goal of getting lean. So I don't feel the distraction of and I find this is the hardest part. And many times on my previous journeys of losing weight, and I've lost weight before, but this is different this time, is because I have actually cut out all these things that have made me break before. I don't go to parties anymore. I don't drink. I don't and binge and start binge eating or eating out with friends every week or a couple times a week. I don't do any of that anymore. I save money now by not doing any of that stuff. I don't eat garbage ass food. I don't binge drink and feel like total shit and miss workouts because I spent it making memories with friends just to basically regret that decision right after. Because whatever your reason is for getting lean or wanting to be your most healthy, most aesthetic, most sexy self can be whatever. But what I've learned is that this distractions of everybody else has been the main detractor of my success. And that's just something that you're just gonna learn as you go. Whenever you're gonna get really good at something, you are just kind of gonna have to do it alone. Now you're gonna have the opportunity to make training partners, which I highly recommend. You're gonna have people that are supportive in your group, but most people just won't understand the journey that you're on. And that's just something you must accept. This is why it's such a powerful cheat code, is that you take everybody out of the equation. You create a vacuum for yourself so that you can perform to the best of your ability without external forces pulling you away, without the crabs in the bucket pulling you down, to make sure hey man, don't worry, you don't have to eat healthy all the time. You don't have to hit the gym today. Let's do it the next day. Let's go out for a drink. Let's go out for this lunch. Let's go eat some cake. Let's go celebrate somebody's birthday. It's how many years are you gonna do this? You have maybe 70 years, let's say average. I think life expectancy is 84 or whatever. It's bullshit. I think most people will probably die before 7 years old, especially if you're unhealthy. If you're healthy, you might extend it 5-10 years. Great. But how many times do you got to go to the same person's birthday? How many times do you got to go to Thanksgiving with your family and all that stuff? And of course, these are all moments that we love, we cherish, and life is about social, settings and spending time with people and nourishing those relationships. But a lot of the times I find that we can, get mad at ourselves after, because I just binged at Thanksgiving and I just fucking ruined all my progress that I made. And that can be very stressful. And then you start to hate yourself more, because you basically let everyone decide what your life is going to be like. And I have finally realized after 30 years on this planet that nobody cares what I'm going to do. They just want me to be a part of whatever they want to do. They don't care that I want to get ripped, that I want to get, I want to look lean, I want to get aesthetic, I want to build the best version of myself. They're on their own journey, but in that entire time, they're also trying to, keep you the way you are. That's just the way society works. That's the way other people work. We're all just crabs in a bucket. People are just trying to pull you back down to who you were before, because they don't want to see you change. They don't want to see you grow. Most people don't, and that's a sad reality. Your family, your friends, most of them don't want to see you grow. If you are lucky and you have, like a partner like mine, you have family like mine that just try not to stress me out, that try to actually help me and push me to be my best version of myself, then excellent. Keep those people around you. But honestly, the straight truth is most people don't want to see you succeed. And that's just something I have finally accepted and I'm totally okay with. And by limiting all these distractions, limiting all these people, and not telling people kind of my goals even, because then that just breeds this other kind of, self-esteem issue in the person, and that just makes them want to kind of talk you out of it or bring you out of that state that you're in. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can cut people out, not saying this in a negative way, you can go back to it once you've reached your goal or whatnot, but I think you'll finally understand and be more comfortable in yourself. And once you're comfortable with yourself, you'll finally understand that in order to get things actually done, you have to limit all the distractions. And yes, you can, not buy shitty food to stay in your house. There are ways to make dieting easier, hitting the gym easier, staying in routine easier. But if you can cut out the people that are not good for you, the ones that distract you from your main goal, this will be the strongest, most potent thing you can do for your fat loss journey. And instead of waiting 2 years to get to where you want to go, you can do this in 3 to 6 months. You just have to push out all the bullshit, stick to your guns, be comfortable being by yourself, understand that, be comfortable being bored. Don't expect any shortcuts to work. Make no excuses. Always remember to rep the set. And I'll see you in the next one.